Actually, when we are in the job, we day to day getting new experience, right? So each day we have sometime new task, sometime we are doing the same task what we are doing day to day, right? So as a DBA role, you have to focus on security. And today topic is very hot topic, which is a backup and recovery. So these topic are very important. So as I made course, first we go with the basic, how to do basic administration, how to install Postgres, what is a Postgres, what is the use cases of Postgres, right? So in second part, we also went through, the basic architecture of Postgres. What is the physical architecture? What is the logical architecture? And what is the important file we need to remember, when we do any type of activity on the Postgres database, right? Which was PG Postgres conf and PG HBA file. And we also talk about the basic directory structure, what Postgres have, like base we discuss. We also discuss about readable spaces. We also discuss what is the default user when we install the default installation. We also talk about what is the default databases, what is the template databases, right? So how many databases we have, template databases, what is the system databases, and what are the user databases, right? So we talk about these things, and this was actually important thing, you have to see, you cannot memorize all thing, right? So when you go for practice and day-to-day activity, and then you can you can have it. So, so when we have day-to-day activity, we always get, as I said, new surprises, new tasks, right? So what my feeling is in US, I work with many people in US, so they are not considering the job profile. Okay. For example, if they hire someone as a DBA role, they are not taking DBA task. They are taking different tasks, right? So sometimes they ask you work on DevOps, work on Maven, equally based databases, like your profile. And sometimes they ask you to make database modeling, to create entities and make relations, and it is mix up job, right? So sometimes it's because this job is not purely a DBA job, this purely developer job. So DBA is, to make database design, create database design, installation, configuration, and then hand it over to developer team, and they can start the application deployment. After deployment, DBA job is to monitor the system, right? So these all, because my feeling is, because I was in US for 3 weeks, right? So when I met someone, they are doing like that. So today they have different tasks, tomorrow they have different like that. Okay. So
exactly.
So what my recommendation is, as a DBA role, when we have, when we have such role as a DBA role doing job DBA, so we need to focus on DBA task, because DBA task is a lot, it is a huge task, right? It is a not small task, right? So when you diverting your direction, work here, work here, work here, so you will not do anything then, okay? So you will get surprises and you will get more stress, right? Because this is sometimes, you don't know what, if someone asks me something, like someone asked me how to do hardware programming in C++. So, okay, I will check. I will let you know. Let I spend some time. I have knowledge, so I can go through and I can get some feedback, right? So, but this is not a right practice, When you have seniors, if they, because mostly senior people, they assigning the task, like that, okay? Just push the task, right? So we need to tell them, no, this is okay. I am not saying I will not do it. I will do it, but it will take time. I need to learn this skill set, right? So then I can do it. But you cannot promise front of the people, oh no, I will do it. I will done it. Okay. So that means you are taking responsibility, and this is your responsibility, right? So the most cases when you take responsibility, you have to complete the job, right? So this is your, so if you will not complete, then you will become like, if it is not a not good impression, right? So when you take responsibility and you are not completing the job, this is not a right approach, right? So same thing, because this is okay. In IT, these things happen, but not most frequent, So frequently we need to go with the, better approach to learn more, to do more for the company, but right way, right? Okay. So this was I just explained what is the basic, as a DBA role, you have to focus on the DBA job. When you focus on DBA job, then you will never forget things, right? So you can, how, for example, I am working since 20 years on database administration. I started my career from Oracle, then move on MongoDB, MariaDB, MySQL cluster, like that. So if someone asks me about DB, I can help him, right? If someone asks me a development, I need to take time to, go through and check. But based on my experience, maybe I can get in very short time, right? But if some unexperienced person, maybe he will get, but it will take little more time, right? So, so we need to, when we join some company as a DBA role, we need to set the profile. What is my profile? What is my skill set? This is my skill set. I need to go with this approach, or you want me to go this approach, right? So we have to finalize our skill set, our job, role, and responsibility, right? Actually, for my experience, I am in the company as a team leader. I have 10 people under me, right? So these people, because I am also IT, they are also IT, right? So we work as a team member, right? So I know this person, this is not job for him, right? So I cannot give him task which is not related to him. So the good team leader like do this, So mostly, in organization, people are just making show of pushing work on other people head, and scale, right? So when problem happen, then they will say, oh no, we did not do anything. He did or she did, right? So this will be become as a finger. So my recommendation and propose one is to, when you join some job, you have to set role and responsibility, and you have to focus on role and responsibility, right? So let's start it. This was initially, because this is very important, which I mentioned, but maybe it will be valuable for you. And I just explain based on my experience. But second thing, today our topic is, let me share my screen, is a very hot topic, which is, backup and recovery, right? So basically the backup and recovery is a very critical job for DBA, right? So if DBA lose the data, that means he lose the job, right? So the backup and recovery is a very important topic for DBA and the basic administration task for database administrator, right? So as you know, we have Oracle database. Oracle, we have different architecture. We have data files, which I already explained. No need to explain again. You want me to explain again?
No, go ahead.
Oracle, Oracle database file we have, which is, data file. It's called data file. I will put name what we have. Data file, control file, and, redo log file. And we have archive log. And we have back, P file, and we have SP file. Okay. So these are basic architecture in Oracle. Same if we talk about Postgresql, I just summarize what I covered before. We have data file, data files. We have, the Postgresql.conf file. We have PG HBA conf file, which is the firewall for the Postgres. We have wall log, which is equivalent to redo log. Then we have archive log, which is same like archive log. Then we have, the same thing, this is the Postgres P file.
I have a question. So what is the data file in Postgres? I have never encountered. What is data file in Postgres?
Data file basically.
Do you have data file in Postgres?
Yeah, OID, OID. You remember when we create table, it creates one separate object folder.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is physically file, in the base directory, under base directory, right? So when you make PG based backup, we will talk about that. So when you make PG based backup, it will take base folder back, physically copy, right? So under base directory, you have all databases. Okay. So, first thing, before starting backup, you have to learn how to enable database in archive mode, right? Because see, the archive log. What is the archive log? What is the meaning of archive log?
And the meaning of archive log? Archive log is for restoration, I think so.
What is the purpose of archive log? What is the archive log?
The purpose of archive log is to retrieve the.
That's right, little, but I will explain you what is the, the redo log here.
Yes.
And here is the wall log, right?
The wall log, the wall file is the new change that happening in the.
That's right. So this log file is basically a cyclic motion, there is a limit. When it reaches 16 MB size, it will clean the log and it will create new log, right? So for example, there is a there is a time, for example, after 30 seconds, this log will be recycled. Okay. We have wall 1, wall 2, wall 3. So by default, it is 16 MB, 16 MB in Postgres, right? So when it reaches 16 MB or 30 second complete, it will recycle, it will clean the log and it will create fresh one. Okay. So that means before 30 minutes or before 30 seconds, you will lose the data. Your data will not be in the log file, right? So this purpose, they said, we don't want to lose the data. We will not clean the log. We can make archive log. Okay. Switch to archive log. So keep the data, archiving the log file in the separate location. For example, your database is running from morning, after 12 hours, database crash, right? So when database crash, you cannot. So they said, okay, database crash 6 o'clock, and they informed you 8 o'clock. So there is 2 hour gap, right? So when you have 2 hour gap, you cannot make point in time recovery, right? Because you don't have, because archive log, log file, which is wall file, is by default recycling, cleaning. Okay, it is not keeping on the operating system level, right? So that purpose, when we have archive log enabled, we can go any point in time recovery, because we are keeping all logs under one folder, right?
So that means that if your archive log is enabled and then the database crash, let's say for instance, the database crash, let's say at 6 a.m. like you took the example, and you are aware maybe at 10 a.m. But right, you can go in time recovery if the archive log is enabled.
That's right. You can go any point in time recovery for the data.
Okay, so if the archive log was disabled, if the database crashes for 5 minutes, you can no longer do the point in time recovery.
You cannot do that.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how long the database crash, as long as the archive your archive log mode is enabled. It doesn't matter how long the database has crashed, you can still do the point in time recovery to recover that has crashed, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So it's advisable to always have an archive log on.
Yeah. All production, you always will see archive log enabled, all production environment. So some type of backup you will not take without archive log. We will discuss one by one.
Okay.
So in each production, the basic recommendation is archive log enabled. If you not enable archive log, you will lose the data, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So first we need to enable the archive log, then we start the backup and recovery, okay? So let me start my VM, I create one new VM for this lecture because I have standby different, So I create this one, today 30th, I create today VM and I install the Postgres database and I will So basically, I told you earlier, any configuration, system configuration changes, we will do in the Postgres file, right? Postgres SQL.conf file. This is a configuration file where we change the value based on our requirement. Okay. I will show you. Okay, I started my VM. Let me connect. Okay, connected. Let me start. Okay, I started. Let me see. Let me first command. I need to see my archive is enabled or not, right? So see, before starting this one, you can go to PG data. You will see this directory structure we discussed already, right? So this post autoconfig is ASP file, is a server parameter file, and this is a configuration file, and this is our post master Postgres process ID, and this is our wall folder, PG wall. If you go to PG wall, you can see the log. If I check the size of this log, you will see 16 MB, right? This MB. By default, the log file, like Oracle redo log file, size is 16 MB, right? And you see archive status is 0. So that means archive is not enabled. So we can check, there is a command to check archive is enabled or not, right?
Yes.
So for example, log into PSQL, show archive _ mode. This is a command.
Yeah.
So you see here it is off, right? And there is other command. If you have arrow key, command. So it is disabled, right? So command basically what you instruct to system, right? Where to copy, for example, when archive log enabled, that means it creating the archive logs, right? It archiving the log file, right? So then second thing, you need to set the format of the file and path of the file where you want to keep the archive log, right? I give you example. If I go to the Postgres configuration file, Postgres SQL.conf, and I added the archive, I just search archive log, archive, just search archive. You see here, to enable archive, you have to enable archive mode. Then you have to set the archive command. Okay. So that means you see the definition is there. Enable archive log off, on, right?
Always.
Always. And archive command, Archive command
The
means
destination.
which format of the file of archive log, and second, where you want to keep the archive log, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
you see the example here, right?
Yeah, the destination where you want your archive log to
That's
be.
right. The this P percentage mean the destination, and F percentage mean the format of the file, right? It is mentioned here. You see the document, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any question?
And after you do that, you have to uncomment it. After you do that, you have to uncomment. So
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There is two way. Either you can uncomment from here, or you can enable archive log through Postgresql. It will by default runtime enable, right? So I will show you.
Okay.
I will show you both ways.
Okay.
Postgresql. Okay, I put all command here, you know. You see here, I will share this command, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So either you can also check this PG setting. This is very important view to see all configuration under Postgres database, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I will share the command. Okay, you can see, just put end of semicolon, okay? Maybe I forget. And this comma. If I copy this query and run from here, oh sorry. No,
You control C.
no, I just was. Okay, so select where archive log, archive percentage single quote. This quote is a problem. It was not correct. Okay, so it will come now. See here, when you run this query, you will get all information about archive log, right? So either you can check, you use show. There is different way to check archive mode. You will see one by one, right? Archive command, right? Or either you can use this query. I will share with you. Okay. Okay. You can check in one shot all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we need to enable the archive log. So before enabling the archive log, we need to create one folder, right?
Yeah.
We need to create one folder, a login to root user mkdir -p. P mean path. We can take PG. We can take archive, just archive.
I have a question.
Archive logs. Okay. So we create one folder under the root directory, right?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
So why are we creating this archive destination on the root?
So where you want to give the destination where you want to keep the archive log, right? So the log, basically archive log is a physical files. So you need to choose the destination where you want to keep archive logs, right? For this, you have to create a directory, separate directory, you know, not using PG data, okay? Use the separate directory from the database based directory, right? So I create this, I create this directory. Yeah.
Did you get my question? I was asking, why are we creating the archive log on the root? Why can't we do that on the Postgres?
No, see, I understand your question from beginning, but see, when you archive log mean, what is the mean of archive log mean is the physical files, right?
Yes.
physical files. So you want to keep in operating system level, right? Some location, right? So when you enable the archive log, it will when you enable the archive log on Postgres, it will generate the log file, archive logs, right? So you need to set two things. Before enabling, you have to choose where you want to keep. Where you want to keep under PostgreSQL database server, right? Right?
Yes.
So when you enable the archive log, you have to see two things. One, you have to tell what will be the file format. Archive log, file format, right? Second, you have to tell where you want. These two things you have to tell Postgres, right? Where you want to keep archive files, right? Path. Clear? Right? Why
Yes, I understand. I understand this part. And you have to check, I mean, you do it under the postgresql.com file, right? So now that, okay, there is a way that you can go and replace it there under that configuration file. So now you want to create it physically, right?
Yeah.
And I'm asking, why are we creating under root instead of Postgres?
Why I creating on root? What do you mean?
Yeah, are we creating the archive log?
Yeah.
Manually on the
because I get you. Because you have in Postgres user owner of only PG data, right? When you create folder using Postgres user mkdir -p archive1, okay? You cannot because you don't have permission.
Okay, so we are creating under because root is a super user, right?
That's right. We create the folder for archive, then we give this folder permission to Postgres, right? You will see that. So I will give permission ch change ownership Postgres post user to which folder? Archive log folder, right? So now when you ls -ltr, you can see this archive folder. Where it is? ls -ltr. You will see archive folder have Postgres user permissions, right? Now when you log in, switch to Postgres user, you can go to archive log folder and you can create any file. Touch T. See, you can create, right? So this folder have ownership. I will remove this file. So this folder, we created what we did. We create folder under root, okay? Then we give permission to this folder for Postgres user. Okay, any question? Clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, let's continue to how to enable it physically.
But
Yeah,
this location, you have to go and insert into postgres.com file, right?
That's right. There are two ways. Either you can put in the Postgres configuration file, or you can run through psql command. It will automatically add it to this file.
Okay.
So let's say for instance in the company we don't have permission to edit that configuration file.
Yeah,
So
yeah, right.
we can enable it physically. I think that is why what we have to do, right?
That's right. Because in OS level you don't have access, right? So you have to do through psql. So I will enable alter system set archive underscore mode is equal to 1, right? So this is command. So alter system done, right? Now this is, I enable only archive mode, but I need to set the command to tell this is my path where I want to keep my archive logs, right? So alter system set archive command, right? Test exclamation sign -f archive. This archive log I created, right? This one.
So why test?
Sorry.
Why did you put test?
Test is just label. You can put anything. It's a label.
Okay. So I thought they were just put / archive log.
No, this you have to put here. -f mean file, right? So you put, and here you put the format. This is syntax, you know.
Yeah.
I send you this command, right? Oh,
Yes.
here. Here. We can copy from here. Or you can write F, then we just change the path, okay? Archive logs and archive logs, okay? This we created, right? We just copy this command. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we run this command, right? This mean percentage mean is the file path, okay? A file format, okay? And then it copy this file which is creating in this format to this folder, right? So %p mean path, right?
Yeah, percentage.
So when you check no, you have to reboot. You know, when you check no, so still off, right? So you need to start the Postgres to enable the archive log. Stop and start. When you log in, you see here, right? If you go to folder,
This one, I think this method is the best method because sometimes you Postgresql file and you make some mistake. Either you put dot or comma and forgot when you restart your computer, and then when you are restart, they say you cannot do it.
Yes, that's what they always tell you. But always, because we want to practice, we can have access to that configuration file. But in a company, we can have access to that configuration file. And they say any file that you VI into, before you VI, you have to take the backup of that file.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this method, practice this method, it's good.
You see here, you feel there is no file, right? So what I do, I manual switch the log, right? Because it will take the recycling session time, right? So what I do, I will manual switch to the archive, okay? So select PG, switch, wall. Okay, I switch. See here, this is my the SCN number. If I quit from here, you see here log is here, right? So create archive log. You get that? So you can manual switch the archive log, right? So the same procedure you can make for disable. If you want to disable archive log, where you put on, you put off, right? That's it. Any question till now?
No, it's good here. So we only knew the method that we can change from the configuration file, but we didn't know that this method. We go over the video again to practice it, but it's well explained.
Yeah, I send you actually on WhatsApp, okay, step by step, right? You see here, I send you status, mean how to do that.
Okay.
All command which we write, I send you.
Yeah.
So this archive is a very important, and before starting backup, we need to enable the archive log on the database system, right? This is the first our target, and we completed, right? So you always remember to enable archive log on production environment. And sometime when you don't have the backup good policy, your archive folder become very heavy, right? Because you are switching the log and you are not cleaning the archive log, right? So this we will, we will cover this thing in maintenance task, right? How to do maintenance task on archive folders, right?
So how about the, let's say that the dev or QA environment, does your archive log must be on or it doesn't matter, but production definitely your archive log like it has to be enabled. That one we know. So let's say for instance, right, you have a presentation to do and you want to give like a sort like a all the difference why your archive log needs to be on. Maybe you want to take the example of the production, the dev and the QA or the test environment, right?
Right.
So for the dev and QA or test environment, must the archive logs be on or off, or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it should be off because it will consume the space, right? On dev and development. In production, it should be on.
Okay.
When you clone from production to the dev environment, okay, so using PG-based backup, you have to disable the archive log on the test and development environment because it will take space, right?
Okay.
But if they want to keep, test environment is a basically clone copy of production, right? So you have to keep both environment, test and production archive mode on.
Okay.
But development is okay because it depends on requirement, right?
Okay.
This is very important thing which we discussed today, okay? We discussed all important things, but this is very important in your career, And now let's start the backup. As we know, Postgres, have different backup methods, right? Even in Oracle, if I talk, I will always compare Oracle because you have also Oracle things. So Oracle, we have different type of backup, right? We have physical backup, physical, logical backup, right? We have physical and logical backup, right? In Oracle, right? So in physical, we have, if we talk about physical, we have two type of backup, hot backup. I'm sorry, someone calling. Hot backup and cold backup. This is type of physical backup, right? So I will make separate, okay? So one is physical, just to understand, okay? And second is logical, okay? In logical, we have, in Oracle, we have import, export, right? BP and MP.
And ARMA backup.
No, I'm talking about the logical backup. Okay. In logical backup, you have only import, export, right? But in physical backup, you have RMAN.
Yeah.
Okay. You have RMAN or you have consistent backup. Okay. Consistent means cold backup. Okay. So RMAN is basically hot backup. Okay. right?
Mm-hmm.
So same thing if we talk about PostgreSQL. In PostgreSQL, we have same type of backup, okay? We have physical backup. Number one, first we talk physical, okay? Physical, and then we have logical, right? Okay, so first we talk physical, okay? In physical, we have hot backup, and we have cold backup, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's and what is in hot backup? Any idea?
PG base.
What backup is a PG-based backup in Postgres, a backup like that we used to do before in time recovery?
Yeah, this can be right. This is basically you are taking the PG based backup, right? PG based backup basically is the physical backup. You are right, but it is physical backup. Physical mean copy paste, right? You are copying some file content to other location, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have the physical backup type of hot backup and cold backup is little different. Okay. We have physical, we hot backup, we have third is base backup. Physical, okay, just take separate type, okay, which is base backup, okay.
Okay.
This is third type, okay. We have hot backup, cold backup, and physical backup, which is PG base, okay. On hot backup, that means
The system is up and running.
okay. So in physical hot backup, first thing you have to remember, okay, you are running databases. Mean hot backup mean you will not make stop databases. You cannot stop the Postgres services, right? So it always happen on running databases, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Database is up and running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second, the prerequisite is its archive log should enable, okay? Without enabling archive log, you cannot take hot backup. This is very important, okay? Without archive log, you cannot take hot backup. Same like Orman, okay? This, you know, there is a B barman, right? So we will talk about that. But see, without archive log enabled, you cannot take hot backup, right? How we take backup? Third, if we database is running, archive log enabled, we can take hot backup, right? If archive log disabled, we cannot take hot backup. Clear? Any question here? Because this is very important. If you not understand, let me know. Any
Okay.
question?
So go ahead. I'm looking for something.
You can ask, you can stop me because these are topic is very important, you know. So when you take hot backup, there is two prerequisite. Database should be up. Second, archive log should enable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can take hot backup. Otherwise, you cannot take backup, hot backup. So take hot backup, how you will take, there is a command, select PG. When you, before starting the backup, you need to run this command, backup. You tell the Postgres, I am going to take the backup of database, that's DB, right? Before starting the backup, you need to tell the database, I'm going to Postgres, I'm going to take this DB backup. Okay. When you done this, then next step will be copy -or $PG data, right? Any location, backup location, for example. Okay. Copy command. Copy command. So what you will do? You just tell, I am taking backup of this Postgres database, right? So I can take
What is the meaning of -r?
sorry.
What is the meaning of -r?
-or mean it taking the folder, complete folder, not inside folder file, complete folder. You know, for example, in PG data, we have many folders, right? In many folder, we have many files, right? So it will consider, it will take on all files and all folders. Under -r mean it will take recursively under all folders, files, okay?
So let's say we say just CP without put a -r. What will happen?
This will not copy. You can see here. I will show you. This will copy only what you put the name, like PG data. Only it will copy PG data. Inside PG data, it will not copy.
Oh, right? Okay. So you copy only the empty folder.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
So it will only, it will not R means recursively. So it will go in the root, you know, all files and folder it copy.
Yes, we got you.
Okay. Then when you complete the copy, okay, when you complete the copy, you need to tell Postgres, my backup is finished. I need to stop the backup. Okay. Okay. So these are five steps, you know, for hot backup.
So the test DB. So you can put any name, or you have to put.
So you can put any name which you want to take backup.
Say that again.
Which you want to take backup, you can put any database name, right?
Oh, okay. So you choose DB because that database exists on your file.
No, if you will not put, you are taking all databases backup. That means you put like that. You can take all, you are copying PG data, right? That means you are taking all databases, right? Under PG data. You get that? If you want to specific database, you can specify the database name here, which you want to copy.
Okay.
Got it? Just
put the test DB inside.
Just give me 2 minutes because there is the prayer announcement. So just 2 minutes, huh?
Okay, you can pause the recording. Okay.
No, it is 1 minute only. Just 1 minute. You see the sound, right? Yes, you have any question?
Every time confirm.
Yeah, just a minute. Yes, dear. Sorry. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
We have hot backup, right? Any? यार वो ना एक yes, dear, any question or it is okay, right? So this was a physical backup, you know, physical backup, hot backup. The hot backup is a type of physical backup, right? Yeah, tell me, dear. You say something, right?
No. I wanted to say you should put back 10B in the code for the select PG start backup. So it doesn't matter. So we do the concept.
You can remove the code. That means you can take the whole PG base backup, all PG base backup, right? All databases PG base backup. Sorry, PG, not PG base. You are taking all database backup under PG base folder, right? So for example, if you have 20 databases running on Postgres, okay, like Postgres list, you here 1, 2, 3 databases. So you want to take 3 databases backup, you can run this command without single quote, right? So I will send you this command. Don't worry about that, okay?
Z.
Yeah.
The PG data is every database has its own PG data, or the PG data is its all the database.
For all the databases, if you see here, PG data, all the databases, okay? See here, all the PG, all the databases, all configuration, everything, you know, copy of PG. Okay, if you see the base, if you go to base, this base is for all databases, right? So that means all databases.
So the question is,
yeah,
let's say we have 3 different databases.
Okay.
Check the code, the hot backup, and then I issue the command select PG start backup,
Yeah.
and then I put the name of the first PG database,
Right.
and then I CP the CP or PG base.
Yes.
My question is, every database has its own PG data, or the PG data is for all the databases in the cluster. Are you there?
I'm sorry, dear. I got call from office. That's why. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, sorry. I got call from office. It was urgent, so I picked the call. I'm sorry for that. Okay. So now, yeah, you were asking something there. I'm sorry, the interruption. Tell me, dear, what you ask question again, please.
Yeah, my question was when you say you issue the statement, select PD start backup, and then you enter the name of the backup or of the database.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will
So
take
meaning
all. Yeah.
it will take the PG data of that specific database or the PG
All,
data of the.
no, when you put the database name start backup with the dot, it will take only specific database.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
But now, if you leave it as is this, select PD start backup,
Yeah.
any backup, it will take for the whole
Oh,
cluster.
whole cluster, right?
Okay. Okay.
It will take
So
whole
now,
cluster.
so now it depends if you want to take a single backup of the database of one database, or you want to take a whole cluster or backup.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. You know, in MySQL, MariaDB, and Postgres, you can take all databases in one file, dump all. So not like Oracle, you know. So you can do that.
So okay, the PG DOM is like putting.
No, we talk about one by one. So we
Okay.
talk about hot backup, then we talk
Okay,
about,
so,
because PG dump is a logical backup, type of logical backup.
sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so it will be, you know, we talk about PG dump. So this is just hot backup. Then only hot backup and cold backup difference is, it is same, okay, but difference is you have to shut down database services, then you can take copy. Okay, hot backup means database is up, you are taking backup. Cold backup, database is down, you are copying database. You get that?
Yeah.
So for example, stop, step 1, stop the Postgres service, right? Like PG, CTL, stop, right? Then second, you can copy -r PG data, right, to another location, right? So this is the only difference. Hot backup means database is running. Cold backup is database is shut down and you are taking copy paste. Okay. So mostly, very rare cases, we are taking this type of backup. We always use PG dump, right? Right?
You haven't started. After stopping, you haven't started. You haven't put the step.
Yeah. Sorry, again, what you said there?
So at the third point, you haven't or start PG CTL start. After copy.
No, for the core backup.
For the core backup.
No, we have to stop.
Yeah, we have to stop.
We stop, we copy, and then we need to start.
Obviously. Yeah, obviously. Right?
Yep. Yep.
We need to do that because when we stop, we took backup, our job is finished. We need to start the database services, right? You're right.
This one is, it should be at the maintenance task
Yeah, this is very good what you said. It required planned activity, maintenance window, right?
Yeah. Yes, window.
So then we have no, this we talk about physical backup. No, we need to talk logical backup, right? Okay.
Yep.
The logical backup divided into two methods. Okay. One method is pg dump, and second method is pg underscore dump all. Okay. So pg dump mean you are taking one database backup. PG dump all mean you are taking you are dumping all databases under Postgres, right? You got that?
Yep.
Actually, I have twin daughter, you know. They are outside the door, knocking the door. They are
Oh, they need.
very small, 1 year old.
Oh,
Two twin daughter.
and you have twins?
Twin daughter, yeah.
Oh, wow. 1 year old?
Yeah, 1 year old.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah.
so no, I can, because these are, you know, you see the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
Oh, they're cute.
Two
Oh,
daughters.
wow. Yeah.
So you have a bike.
Yeah, bike. I have my son bike, and they are sitting on the my son bike.
Oh, okay.
How old is the son?
Son is I have 5 kids, 2 boy and two son, 3 daughter.
Oh, okay.
And my elder son is 12-year-old.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has a bike already.
Yeah.
Does it bike?
Yeah. So PG dump all, right? Two methods. PG dump mean we are taking backup on specific databases, right? So let we talk about PG dump first, then we talk about PG dump all. Okay. Basically, PG dump is a logical backup. Mean export import data. Okay. You can export database and you can put somewhere. Okay. And in different format, there are different format. You can take PG dump with the different format, right? You can take custom format like text format. You can take a zip format, tar format. So different format, right? So when we take PG dump, basically PG dump support 2 format. You know, just keep in mind. Plain text and custom format. Custom mean you can put either in tar file, or you can put in zip file, or you can put any custom name, right? So if I talk about first, it supports format, text and custom. Okay. Yeah. Tell me, dear, what you ask?
No, go ahead at the end.
Okay. Then second thing, it will take object, schemas, tables, and databases. Okay. It can take full database dump. Okay. And you can, in database, we have schemas, tables, data, you know, the databases, right? So it can be take full export dump. Okay. Then when we take dump, it will take all dump. Then we done. Then there is 2 methods to restore. When you take backup, first taking backup, right? Right? So taking backup using pgdump, you have two format, which is ported, text, and custom, right? But when you restore pgdump backup, right, you have again two methods. First method, you can use pg restore, right? And second method, you can use pSQL. Okay. So pg restore you can use for custom format. Custom format. That mean format mean TOR or any custom format, right? When you take in custom format pgdump, okay, in custom format pgdump, you have to use pg restore with the custom. You have to use the pg restore, right? When you use pSQL, that means you're using plain text. Okay. When you take backup using pgdump in plain text, right? Text. So you have to use pSQL to restore, right? When you use custom, you have to use pg restore. Any question?
Okay, are we gonna do this live, a demo live demo?
Yeah, we will go through.
Okay.
But first you have to understand the concept, yeah?
Yes, I'm understanding.
So the pgdump, we can dump multiple tables at the same time or just one table?
No, it is basically not tables. You can make custom, what you want to make pgdump. You can export only one single table, right? From whole databases. You can take full database backup, right? You can take either one table or full database or schema backup through pgdump. Got that?
Yes.
pgdump can be used. I will more explain, to take full database backup or take schema backup only, okay? Or you can take single table or multiple tables, right? It depends on your requirement, right? Like that. So pgdump, this is clear for pgdump?
Yep.
So if we use pgdump all, that means we are taking full cluster, all databases backup in one command. Okay. Where I put pgdump all?
Zero, I think zero.
Yeah, here, right? That means we are taking backup full Postgres cluster, right? All data in cluster mean all databases, right? Right? So the method restore is same, okay? Either pSQL or pg restore. You can use in plain text. If you are taking pgdump all, you can restore using pSQL. If you use custom format, you use pg restore. The method is same, okay? Then you understand?
Say that again.
You understand or any question? You understand or any question there?
Maybe live demo, we don't understand. Yeah.
So basic concept is covered, right?
Yeah.
So then third type of backup, we have base backup, right? PG based backup. We talk about physical backup, hot backup, cold backup. Then we talk about logical backup, PG dump all. Then we talk about PG based backup, right? No, we are going to be talk, right? PG base backup, right? Okay. The PG based backup. So that means, I will give you one tip. When your database above 200 GB size, you have to take PG based backup. Okay, this is recommended, proposed, best practice. Okay. When your database size more than 200 GB, don't. The best option is to take PG based backup frequently. Okay, because PG based backup will give you complete. It's a file copy paste, right? The copy paste like hot backup. Hot backup basically equivalent to PG based backup. Hot and cold backup equivalent to PG based backup. Okay, PG based backup mean this is the native tool to take hot backup or cold backup. You get that? Hot backup and cold backup is the same thing, equivalent to PG based backup. But in hot backup, cold backup, you are using copy command to take backup, right? But in Postgres, they give the native tool, native application to take PG based backup. In backend, it will do the same thing what we are doing here. Okay. So the just note down the PG based backup. Backup of all clusters. You can note down here. And second point, best practice is above 200 GB database size. C, you have to consider plain text format or custom. Okay. And D, you just used PG based backup. When we set up the replication, right, streaming replication or any type of replication in Postgres, we use PG based backup. Okay. Replication. Either it streaming or it replica or it. We
I have a question.
Sorry.
So okay, let's go to the PG based backup. Any database size that is above 200 gigabytes, you use PG based backup. So let's assume maybe you don't know and you come and you have a database that is above a database that's above 200 gigabytes, and you come and use a PG dump or dump. What will happen?
It will give you slow response, slow performance, and restore. Sometime it will interrupted. Restore sometime interrupted, you know. It will be you can use the PG term. It will give you, if you use PG based backup, it will give you good performance, and restore will be 100% accurate.
So now I have a question. So
yeah.
if your cluster have less than 20 GB, so 200 GB, and then you want to take a replication, so are you going to use the PG based backup or not?
Yeah, you can use any type of backup there, but this is the best practice based on community people, you know. They said if you have 200 GB above database size, so the recommended is to go with the PG-based backup. It will give you good performance and resource utilization, you know. But
So
you
you
can
can
use,
still take the PG based backup with cluster less than 200 gig.
yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And you know, in the replication, you have to have used PG-based backup. Without PG-based backup, you cannot set up the replication.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
So why, okay, so if it, okay, why can we use any database that is less than 200 gigabyte? Why can we use, why do
We
we
can
use,
use any method. We can use PG
Why-
dump.
so okay, it doesn't matter. Any database that is less than 200 gigabyte, you can use PG dump, or
Yeah,
PG.
even 1 TB database, you can
doesn't
use
matter.
PG dump. Doesn't matter.
Okay, but as long as the database is 200 or above 200, it must be only PG-based backup. If not, the database, the performance will be so slow.
Yeah, that's right. It will give you less
It will
performance.
cause performance issue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the best practices, you know. You can use even, I use some of databases, you know, 1 TB database, I take PG dump in the compressed format, you know, it will go. So, and second thing, you know, we use the PG backup for server to server, you know, we have server A, we need to move this server A to server B. So we can use PG base backup, right? Server to server move, right? Migration, right?
Yes.
So we use PG base backup.
Also point time recovery.
Yeah,
No,
right.
point time recovery is PG dump. PG-based. Yeah.
Point and recovery is archive log. If you have archive log and you are taking full backup, then you can do anytime. This is okay there?
Yes, it's okay.
So I just wanted to, I think you misunderstand this step, this one. This basically in code is not, it's the label of the databases, okay? Is a label. Okay, you can put the label of backup start. Okay, this is not a database name. You get that?
That was my point. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Confused.
yeah, this is
You
not
can
a,
put any name.
this is not you can put any name. This is the label of the backup. You know,
Yes.
label of backup, like you can put today date. Okay, when you take start backup, you can put the today date.
It's like a title.
Tag. It's tag. You know, in Oracle we use tag, right? So this is like tag. Tagging. Got it?
Yeah.
So because you can use
really
the full backup of PG data.
किधर लेके जाए हम उनको नहीं दिखती है वो हाँ किधर लेके जाए हमको कोई नहीं है वहाँ जाए
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. So we can go to the live demo now.
Yes, yeah. What you say again?
No, I say it's understandable.
Yeah. So it is tagging, you know, tagging basically the tag database. You know, you can put the tag, which database you are, mean the tag, for example, you have the production one, the test DB, for example. So because you are taking full PG data backup for all databases, right? PG dump mean is a one specific database. PG dump mean all databases. So like that, PG base mean also all databases, right? Under PG base directory, right? So it's clear, right? So first we can take the whole backup. For example, I log into PSQL. Okay. So I see my archive log is enabled. I see my archive log enabled, right? And then I obviously first you have to check database should be up, status, it is running, right? First step is running. This what I put step, I will follow the same step. Okay. Running databases. Then I log into the post PSQL and check the archive is enabled or not. Okay. It is enabled, right? Then I need to put the command select PG start, right? Backup. Backup, right? And I can put the tag test DB. Today is 30/01, right?
2022.
Oh, you can put anything. I can put 30.
Okay.
A date, I just put in date, right? 30.
Okay.
You can put anything, right?
Yep.
So the backup started, right? With this, right? Now what I go to here, I will copy -r PG data, right? And before going this, we have to create one folder, okay? So I will go, because I will create one folder same like archive, right? Backup. Then I give the ownership of this folder.
Postgres.
Postgres backup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now then I log into the Postgres again, right? So I will copy -r $PG data in under backup, right? Done, because there's nothing, right? If you go to backup, you will see PG data, right?
Yep.
So, okay, I will stop database. Stop, right? I will go to PG data. Sorry, I will go to PG data. I remove all, right? I'm restoring now. First I took backup, now I'm restoring, right? Oh, I did mistake. Because we are taking online backup, right? This is okay. So this is okay. I took online backup. Okay. Now my database is crashed. Okay. I need to restore back, right? You get that? I think you skipped something, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to follow this.
No, bro. No, bro. I will explain one by one. First, database was running. I check, right? Okay, running database. We check the database was running. We check archive log was enabled, right? Then I put the copy backup command, right? I create backup directory and copy command, right? Right? No, I need to stop the backup, right? I did not stop. I said my database is crashed. My database crashed. You get that?
Yep.
I already took the backup here, right? So I can restore backup my back, right? There is nothing, no, nothing is here, nothing, okay? So I go to, I remove the PG data. PG PG data. What was PGA data, right? Oh, no. Okay. It is nothing is it. PG data. So if you go to PG data backup, we have PG data here, right? All files we are here, right?
Yeah, we need to restore it back.
We need to restore. So what I do, copy -R static everything which under this folder, restore to PGA data, right? Copy this one, okay?
Yeah.
So this is my PG data. I go to PG data again, right? I found all file my here, right? You get that?
Mm-hmm.
Now I can start the database. It started, right? It restore.
Yep.
So for example, I drop. I can drop. I am just going to crash the database, right? So you can just delete from PG data, so your database is crashed, right? So here we learn how to take the backup and how to restore the backup, hot backup, right? It is just copy paste. Any question there? You understand this one, right?
It's okay.
No, if you don't understand, tell me. I will explain you one step again. No problem.
Yes. I didn't understand after the select PG start
Okay.
backup.
Okay, no
I
problem.
got lost there.
I follow this action plan again now. Okay.
Okay.
I go to backup. I remove what I took. Okay.
Okay.
This good thing is in backup folder. Okay. So first I PSQL and first step database is running, right? Second step, I need to check archive is enabled or not. Okay. Right. So archive is enabled, right? Archive is enabled, and then we need to start the backup, right? Select PG start _ backup, and we can put the tag test backup. Okay. Okay, it started. Because see, we delete the archive log, no? That's why. We delete before, right? Database, we crash database, right? So it started. No, it started. Database is backup is started. Now you can go to OS level command. You can copy -R $PG data to backup folder, right? That's it. Now you go to PSQL again. You need to stop the backup, right? Right? It will stop. Base backup is done. Waiting for wall segment to be archived. Okay. So just keep in mind, don't use RM command mostly, if think many time, many time when you run the RM command, okay, on the production environment, okay. So our backup will stop, okay.
Okay.
See, I just crashed when I took backup, then I restore it, right? Just to show you, okay. So because when archive log enabled, so there is in sync chain, the backup chain is broken, right? So you have to follow the step and action plan.
Okay, I understood now the second one that you did, but from what you did and you said database crash. So are you going to crash the database now and restore it? That is where I got lost.
Yeah, this is okay now. Understandable?
Yeah, I understand. I understand this step. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to do this step in this one. Okay, let me copy this step to your chat window.
Can you crash database again?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. What you say?
I said, can you crash the database again?
Crash. Crash. You can stop. You know, this archive log, if you go to archive log, you have many archive log. Okay. So what I do, I will pg ctl stop. Okay. And then I will delete all archive log. Okay. Archive log, then I go to this one, where this archive log is finished, right? Then we go to backup, and you can just delete the same thing which we have pg dump, right? Go to pg data. This is our real data. rm static mean delete all, right? So no, nothing is there. If we start pgctl start, it will not start. There is nothing, right? So database is crashed. Right? Now you can go to the backup folder, okay? Copy -r, or you can go inside the folder pg, because you already have pg data folder right there. So just go to folder where you have files, copy -r static under pg, where under pg data, right? Copy it. So now when you go to the pg data, you found the data under pg data, right? Now you start pgctl start.
I got it now.
Right? Then you log into PSQL.
Okay. That's for the hot backup. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. I will share you this all step, right? I will share the all step, how you take the backup, okay? The explanation and all, okay? Any question?
We good.
Yeah. Any question, or little I make speedy things?
No, for the hot backup, be good. You can go ahead. Continue. So,
For PG dump, then we have next step. Hot backup we done. Cold backup is cold and hot is same, right? That's right. Cold mean you are stopping the services, right? You stop the service. You want me to show you the code? This is same thing. Just stop the service, then copy the backup, right?
okay.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So same thing, you can. So for PG dump, we can take any example of PG dump if you want. Same thing, same I put all command here. The step 1, step 2, step 3, like that.
Are you gonna share this slide with us?
Yeah, I will share all slide which I made. I will share all slide. I will share all slide. I will. I put command also here. PG dump. PG dump. Because when I write this one, I will take the commands, right? So I will share all command there. Okay. So don't worry about that. So PG dump, you can go through the, for example, if you want PG dump command or this PG base command, PG base, I will show you PG base backup, how we can take. So first I will show you go to PG admin, okay? PG admin. So if you are not remember the command, you can go through PG admin. You can create psql command from PG admin and you can execute to psql. You get that? Oh my God, what is this? PG, this one. I think this one. Last time I showed you PG dump how to take backup from the PG admin, right? We restore the DVD rental, right? Did you try to restore DVD rental?
Yep. Yep. You already restore the DVD rental on our local environment.
Yeah, because this is very good, when you see any tutorial on the, the internet tutorials or something, Postgres, handbook, you will see DVD rental is mostly people are using for make practice,
Yeah, because
this is like, yeah, it is built-in schema, built-in data, inside data, million record in data, and it is very useful. So the hot backup, PG based backup, we can take an example PG based backup, right? So I will show you to take PG based backup. I write it here because as I mentioned, you use the in streaming, replication. When you configure replication, you have to use the PG based backup, right? When I do this, application, I will share all these, the document I reference, So you see here, PG based backup, you can put in the different host. Even you can put in the different host or you can keep on the server, right? So it is depends on you. When you make replication, we'll go these steps all for replication when we do setup, okay? But PG based backup is the same thing, which is a hot backup and cold backup, right? So
Man, are you gonna share all these documents with us, sir?
yeah, I will share you the, when we for example, enable archive log, when I make I make document for this, okay? So like this, I share already. When we talk, I share all files, okay? I have
I'm talking about all those files that you have that can help us.
these slides.
No, the one that you were showing when you go to
Oh, you are for there.
No, this is my personal folder there. I have a lot of things. I only not Postgres. It is not only Postgres. It is different all folders here.
No, we are asking that if you can share the one for Postgres that can be
Yeah,
helpful
Postgres
for-
I will share, So this my all documentation, which I, study or I, it is Oracle based, and you can see if I talk about, there's a lot of documents which I, like that. Mostly I will share, mostly which, which is the vacuuming, streaming replication, the important which we cover, I will share all document. Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah, if you have some document, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I will also share with you some useful website where, you can go and you can also make some practices, good website, right? And also link, at the, because this is the target, at the end of last class, I will share all documentation, which is useful for you, for your reference. Okay. So
Yeah, like, in my environment, they hire you for this, they ask you to do, they don't even ask you to do what they hire you for.
you have some, tutorial, DBA, Postgres tutorials. You have lot of, on the internet things, So, but I will share, because I made it summarized detail, when you do some hands-on experience, you will get it, right? So you can go through these. I will share at the end of, our class. I will share end of this course. I will share all details. So which will be, how much I can share, I will share all, okay? So you go through, so where we are. Yeah, right. Where is my folder where we discuss? Yeah, there. Okay. You understand the concept basically what we discussed today? We talk of how physical backup basically is a PG based backup, right? You get that? If you run PG base only here, PG base, see, so you can take help of PG base. You can these are all parameters you can use in PG. PG base backup is basically, PG base is the native utility in Postgres, right? So you can use any format where you want to keep the backup directory, the format of the output of your backup files. So these are all parameters you can use you can put, you can use any format. So when you stuck somewhere, you can take help, like PG base, you forget the parameter, right? The parameter which you passing to the command, you can just type help. So it will give you all parameter which is required, right? Makes sense. But the most important thing is you have to make practice, right? So you have to do yourself, right?
Yep, you're right.
If you will not do, you will forget, right? So for example, if I take PG base backup minus B, I can, okay, first I will delete from backup folder, okay? I remove this backup, okay? The PG base backup is online hot backup. So PG underscore base backup minus D capital, D mean, you see here D. Directory where you want to keep the backup, right? Backup, then you have X flag. X flag mean include the transaction log. Okay. The log file, transaction log. You know, when you take Oracle backup, you put the backup database plus archive log, right? So in Postgres, you have to put minus
X in cap.
Sorry?
You do not put X in capital letter.
Yeah. No, it is not taking. Minus D, PD base minus D. We can see here, maybe because that, okay, one thing is very important. You need to, you know, when you use any command, some command version to version different, okay? There is a difference version to version, okay? So you always remember to, you know, the syntax of the command version to version is different, okay? So you always to have, you know, idea when you have some such error, you have to see the command. So minus X, basically, you see here minus X is there. The val method, none. Or fetch or streaming, right? So either you, if you want to make streaming, you can use this X method, you know, X flag. So when you take, you know, streaming, you have to take full backup, including log file, right? So, but you can use X when you have val log in archive log is enabled, right? Without enabling archive log, it will give replication will not happen. So we talk about replication, you know, based on our requirement. Okay, we set up the replication streaming and we will test it. So this command should work. What we use minus X minus L, we put the label test, for example. No, it is not fetching. Minus X, we tell this one, we're missing the parameter. Where is X, this one? So we put val method none. Val method none. Oh, like that. Should work. Minus X. Minus X, right? Minus D backup, base backup directory, and val method none. Okay, val method stream. We are using correct, right? Method stream. Table is not taking. It should work. Invalid val method option. This I'm using 12.9. X. Minus X. Val method, no. Why it is not taking this one? The command is right? Database is running.
I think we should have just put
Minus X, val method, none. Without val method. Without val method, we took backup. Yeah, it come right.
we don't have to put a minus X.
No, minus X we need to use for streaming. You know, when we do streaming or We need to copy from one server to other server, or
But right now we don't need that.
we need to put the wall, we need to copy the wall file to one folder to other folder. We need to do that. Let me.
But right now we don't need that, right?
Backup is done, but we need to see why it is not working. This should work.
Enter, let's see.
No, it will not like that. It should take the parameter, the wall method, none should work. This should work. Okay. Okay, right. Yeah. We use the wrong command. Anyway, I will remove this one time again. I will put it. Okay. You get that? Either.
Yeah.
Sorry, this was my mistake. If you put BG base help, either you use this format or use the switch. Okay. I am putting both, right? I'm putting X and this both. So when you use -X, you can put fetch or stream or none. When you put -Z, either you put -Z or either you put this one. Okay. So this backup is done, right? Done. RM -RF static. If you use streaming, we will see streaming, when we did streaming for between two nodes, how to switch, how to wall log, all things, we will see. Okay. So first we need to put none. All required wall segments have been archived and it copied to the backup folder. Okay, there. This is okay. Any question? Let restore. We can stop this one time. Stop. We can go to PG data, RM static, delete, right? PG CTL start. It will start. No, it will not start. There is nothing in PG data, right? So go to backup, then copy static, copy -R static, PG data, right? PG underscore CTL start. Okay. This one. We need to recover this one. CD, PG, data is we don't want recovery. We need to remove the label. So, nothing is there. PG data, PG operating, PG. Okay. PG start. Okay. It's interrupted, right? Because we did not do the checkpoint. Temp SQL PG is listening invalid primary checkpoint record. Okay. Startup process ID was terminated, aborted due to startup process failure. Shut down. Okay. Actually, we deleted archive log. You remember before it takes the PG based backup. We deleted the record, right? So that's why, you know. That post master. No, nothing. Okay. Archive. Archive is there. Stop archive. Delete the archive. Let me see. Huh? I'm just checking. Okay.
Okay.
Some you know, archive log is missing. Due to this missing, you know, we lose this one. Okay. CD PG data ls rm static PG data. Okay. CTS start. So we can copy only base directory, you know, when we do the PG base backup. Okay, we need to clean the directory, and after cleaning the directory, we need to do that. Okay, so let me take PG base backup one time. PG base backup, remove this one. PG underscore base backup minus D backup minus X none. Okay, is equal. Okay, we need to stop first. PGCTL stop CD PG data, read all content. Then go to backup. Then copy minus R static PG data. Then start PGCTL start. Oh, it is giving error. Okay. We need to remove the label first. They said, because when you take a backup PG base, it will tag the label, right? So PG data. Label remove. Let's start. Still panic. PG restore is not working, huh? Okay. So PG base restore we will discuss in next class there. Okay. So I need to see this one. What is this error? I need to see. But PG dump, PG hot backup, this is okay, right? Any question for this?
No.
So in next class, we will cover the PG base backup and streaming, you know, replication between two nodes. So what we will do, if you can do me a favor, you can create new VM, fresh VM, okay? Fresh VM with CentOS operating system, right? Or you want me to set up on my laptop, then you can do it yourself. It's up to you.
Say that again.
You want me to set up on my laptop replication, then you have to do yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
The streaming replication, we will use the streaming replication in both method, async and sync method. Okay. For this, we need CentOS Linux 2 servers. One will be primary and second will be standby. Okay. We need to install both server, one server, primary server, Postgres database. Okay. Software and configure. Okay. When we done this one, then we need to set up the replication. Streaming between two nodes. Okay. Primary and standby. Our agenda is to test HA high availability, failover, failback. Okay, we'll do these things. Any question?
No.
You went through any replication earlier or no? You did the replication on Postgres or not?
No.
No, okay. So this will be new for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is very good because this will take a lot of time. I think 2 to 3 hours we need to set up this replication. We need to create environment for replication, or we can use existing environment for replication, right? So we can go with the basic command, basic and day-to-day monitoring command for replication. Because mostly big company, they have replication in production environment, right? So you have to have knowledge about replication, you know. Then second thing, you know, we also discussed vacuum. Vacuum full, indexes, analyze indexes, okay? So this will be also topic of this you know, failover and failback streaming. So next class we will PG based backup, restore, streaming, and vacuum. Okay, so these 3 topics we will discuss.
Okay.
So better if you go through internet and you can study little about and get more information, and we can go with the hands-on practice on this. Okay.
Okay.
And
So
yeah.
so we have to install a new server.
Or we can use existing one. We can clone the existing one and we can use it. But better to go with the fresh installation. If you can install fresh CentOS installation, this is good. So you can go through one time, more time, you know, to do installation and all, right?
Okay.
Either I will do for you. I will install fresh. You know what I do? I will install fresh CentOS plus Postgres. Okay.
Okay.
Then we set up the replication. Okay. Then we clone standby from primary. Okay. Right, from primary server. Then we set up the replication.
That works.
That's okay. Okay, dear.
Okay.
Thank you.
So better you can go through this, you know, the try to backup different technique based your practice, you know. So just do some practice. If you stuck somewhere, you can ask me, you send me a message. Okay, no problem. I can help you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dear. Then see you next time, inshallah. Okay.
Okay. See
See
you.
you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank